Welcome to a Dino a Day, where we bring you the best information on a specific dinosaur every day. If you have not listened to us before, consider subscribing for more dino content. To those who do not know me, my name is Erika Gonzalez. I am a sophomore student at the University of Illinois at Urbana-Champaign, and today I'll be talking to you about dinosaurs, organisms that lived way before the human species. They roamed the earth millions of years ago. Although we bring to you amazing dinosaur information and content related to their era, there is still so much that has not been discovered. The information that I will share with you is based on conclusions and studies made by paleontologists. As we find more fossils, they are able to make better conclusions. Stay tuned for more dino facts. I asked on a Twitter post what dinosaurs should be up next. I got a lot of response. Everyone is so engaged. I love to see that. It seems the audience wants to hear more about the Tyrannosaurid family. That is, the family that the famous and well-known Tyrannosaurus rex is part of. There is a reptile-like dinosaur that is not talked about often, and that is the Gorgosaurus liberatus. And who is this dinosaur exactly? The Gorgosaurus are dinosaurs. The information is concrete because of the number of skeletons that have been found. There are not a lot of controversies regarding the Gorgosaurus liberatus because there have been over 20 skeletons found. The location of the skeletons could tell us that the Gorgosaurus lived in North America, specifically in Alberta, North Carolina, and Montana. The skeletons show characteristics that the Gorgosaurus is indeed a dinosaur. In fact, it is also categorized as a theropod. Now, when did the Tyrannosaurid live? The Gorgosaurus lived in the late Cretaceous period. This is part of the Campanian. In numeric terms, this was about 66.6 to 75.1 million years ago. To put this period into perspective, the Gorgosaurus lived in a period that flowering plants began to appear. Even animals grew in numbers and diversified during this time period. The climate was warmer during this period. However, lower latitudes were cooler, such as the North and South Poles. There have been fossils of tropical plants and ferns found during this period that can tell us the world was warmer than it is today. And although the poles were cooler, there were also animals living there. But how did the Tyrannosaurid dinosaur keep reproducing to live? The Gorgosaurus reproduced by laying eggs, which is not uncommon during this period. There have been discoveries about the growth of the juvenile Gorgosaurus. Paleontologists suggest that the Gorgosaurus grew slowly compared to other tyrannosaurs. They estimate that they practiced social aggression to survive alongside other tyrannosaurs, because it did stand about 8 to 9 meters long. The Gorgosaurus was bipedal. It weighed about over 2 tons and had 2 finger forelimbs that were small. It looked a lot more like the Tyrannosaurus rex, meaning it did walk on 2 feet. The Gorgosaurus had a strong, long tail that it could use as an active defense. One of its features was the foot that the Tyrannosaurus had. This allowed for the feet of the Gorgosaurus to be agile and quick. This helped the Gorgosaurus pursue prey. That is right. The Gorgosaurus was a carnivorous animal, meaning it ate meat. The Gorgosaurus has been through a lot in studies, as it has just recently been recognized as its own species. It was originally grouped with the Albertosaurus genus. However, once looking more closely, paleontologists realized that there were enough differences for it to be separated into a different species. There are a few studies that have yet to change and make the Gorgosaurus its own species, but the evidence is there. The end of the Gorgosaurus is not very concrete. There is no information associated with the extinction of the Gorgosaurus that I have found. However, by knowing that they lived till the late Cretaceous period, it can be assumed that they went extinct alongside all dinosaurs. Their extinction dates to about 65 million years ago, or the late Cretaceous.